Hi, Chris.
Hi,
How are
Lore.
you?
Great. And you?
Perfect. I'm okay. Thank you. Okay, Chris. So let's start with the grammar that we have to finish. Oh, yeah, but let's see this. Okay. Okay, so what do we have to do? You need models of possibility. Okay, so today we have to finish with models of possibility. Give me a second. Models of possibility and abilities. 1. Okay. And also we're gonna do the speaking part. Okay, so I think that you are prepared because we're gonna talk about just 3 questions. So it is nothing deep. Okay, models of possibility. Let's start with this first. When we talk about possibilities, okay, we are talking about, for example, these 3 models, where we can say that these 3 ones are like the most important. We have may, might, and could as a model of possibility. So, but all of these 3 ones, we are going to use it with not in all sentences. For example, in affirmatives, we are going to use like this. For example, subject, may, might, could, verb in base form. Always when we use one auxiliary, we use always the verb in base form. And after the verb in base form, we have the complement. And what does it says? This is the most important, that we don't have contractions. We don't have contractions with this. For example, I may, we don't have contraction, or might or could, we don't have any contraction. Okay, so after this, what about this? We have the examples. I may go out today night, right? So may, verb in base form, go out today night. This is a possibility. I could go out today night. So this is another possibility. We don't have any difference between these 3 ones because we can use with informal, with formal, okay? But all of them expresses like 50% of certain and 50% of not certain, okay? So 50-50, and we have this. Now, negative, we have may and might, just with these two ones. We can't use could in negative sentences, so just may and might, with not and the verb in base form, with complement, and also we don't use contractions with not. We can say mayn't, mightn't, we don't have contractions, okay? So we can say like, we might not play together. So we are using the possibility, but in negative. We might not play together. So we remember for affirmatives, we use the three ones. For negatives, we use just may and might. And for questions, okay, for questions, we use could. Okay, always we use could at the beginning. So in questions, we don't use neither may, neither might. We use just could. Okay, could, the subject and the verb in base form with a complement also. We have two kinds of questions. This is the first kind with just could, and when we use any verb, any different verb in base form. Like here, could you travel with me? Yes, I might. And my answers always I answer with might or may. We never answer with could. Of course we can answer, but it's not really common. So it could be like in some cases. But we never answer with the same auxiliary, okay? So could you travel with me? Yes, I might. So my answers. I can answer with might or may, no more. The second question that we have, it is with could, and it is with the verb to be, okay? Just verb to be, not any other verb, just verb to be. For example, here I have my question. Could they be here? So I'm using be. And always that if I find the verb to be, okay, if always I find the verb to be, I always am going to answer with the same verb to be. Yes, they might be. Could they be here? Yes, they might be. So not just the auxiliary. We have to put the verb to be also. Okay, in this kind of question, the first one, we just put the auxiliary, not the verb. But here, we have to put the verb to be, okay? And after, we have some cases with might or may. In some cases, we can answer with could, but always we have to answer plus the verb to be. Okay, even though if the question is in present and something like that, we use the verb to be. Okay, so my question here, well, the first question, is it clear until here, Chris?
Yes, Laura.
Perfect, okay. So now my second question is, if we're talking about possibilities, 50-50, yes or no. If I have something that it's going to happen, that it is not a possibility, what auxiliary do I use? Something that it is 100% of certain, not a possibility.
Mm.
That is the question.
Okay.
Okay, so when we talk about possibilities, we're talking about the present and the future because we can make some plans that it could be possible or maybe not. But if we have something certain, a plan that it is certain, we are going to use the future. So with be going to or maybe will. Okay, so if it's sure, if it is not 50-50, future. If it is something possible like 50-50, these three ones. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. Perfect, Chris. So we're gonna do the exercises in the platform. I will share you the document also. And give me a second. We have these two exercises. Okay. Okay, so now you could find it. Okay, yes. Possibility one, possibility two. Okay. Okay, Chris. So just the exercise. What do you think? May he be guilty, or maybe the other option, because how could we translate that sentence?
The other option is he with or innocent?
Yes, is he, right? And as we are using present, because what do you think is present? So we're going to respect all the line with simple present. ¿Qué piensas? ¿Es el inocente o es el culpable o inocente? Because if we say may he be, puede ser el culpable o inocente, but puede tener sentido. En Spanish, yes, but following the structures, okay, following the structures, we say that may we can use just in affirmatives and negatives. For questions in possibilities, we use just could, right? Yes, so that is impossible. Let's do it. Yes, so now this part. You have here, may, you have all the auxiliaries here, may, might, could, but you have to put, if it is, you have to respect the auxiliary, but you have to put, if it's necessary to add a not in order to make it negative, it's okay. If you have to answer a question and add in a be, it's okay. Okay, so try to do it, giving them the sense.
Okay. Lore, I have a question.
Please.
The answer in these sentences
Mm-hmm.
are only the possibility may or might, or can I put the verb in the verb in base form as complement?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
the possibility plus verb in base form as complement, or only may, might, or could?
Okay. In this case, it is okay your answer with B. Why? Because you have a question, right? Do you think Nick is innocent? But this question is not with possible. This is with present. But if you have a present question using the verb to be, it is okay that the answer has to be with verb to be. Okay, so he may be, it is okay. Why? Because in the instruction says that we have to use the auxiliary. Okay, the auxiliary. So it is okay. It is okay. So you're right.
Okay.
But always remember that if in my question I don't have the verb to be, it is not necessary to put the verb to be.
Mm,
Okay. For example, in the second one, I don't have a verb to be. I have a verb that it says think. Do you think Talia will discover the truth? But in that question, I don't have a verb to be. So it's not necessary to answer with verb to be.
mm, only
Okay.
might. It might.
Yes,
Okay.
only. Yeah,
Thank you, Lore.
you're welcome. Okay, it was because I tell you. In number 4, this is a error that everybody used to do. Why? Because let's see that in number 4 we are using the be going to, not a verb to be. So this is a future, right? Is Talia going to? So it is just a question in future. So my answer, it is just she might not. Okay, she might not. Why? Because the question says, is Talia going to heartbreak with this story? En Spanish, Talia la va a romper, o sea, la va a ganar con esta historia. She might be, it could be, well, not be, because we said that it's not necessary. She might, it's a thought one. It's a thought one means like, es imposible, como que es muy, ella es muy tosca. Entonces, it's something impossible. So the answer is not. She might not. Okay. And number 5, I have, well, we don't have a question, but we have a sentence before, and in the sentence is using the verb to be. There can't be another explanation. I'm not sure about that. There could, it's okay, but we have to use be because one sentence before we are using the verb to be. Okay, so it's okay. And the last one, 6. He might not be the same mistake as 5, as 4, right? Because in the question 6, we are using be going to, not verb to be. So if we are using be going to, it's just with he might not. It's not necessary be. Okay, so just that, Chris. So let's check it. Excellent. Okay. So the thing is like giving the sense to the sentence. Okay. So maybe do we have some question about this?
No, Lore.
Perfect. Okay, Chris. So now I will assign you the tasks and quizzes. So give me a second. This and the quizzes. Okay. Excellent. So it is done. Yes. All unit 2 is done. Okay. And tomorrow we're going to start with the unit 3. Okay, Chris. So
Okay.
we are going to pass to the speaking part. But before this speaking, we have to write like a little paragraph. So could you share me a word? Okay, some word. And we are going to write, it could be like one paragraph about, we're going to do the first question. Give me a second. This is not. Okay. The question is, tell me about what plans do you have in 5 years and in 10 years since now? Okay. 5 and 10 years since now. So in this case, you could use the possibilities, you could use the future, certain future, future that it is probable, okay? So
Okay.
that is the thing. So could you share me, please? And I will go reading. And after this, we're gonna do like the other question that we have and finishing with this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I finish, Lore.
Okay, Chris. I have some bad connection, I think. But, okay, tell me.
Okay. I think that I may live in another country, such as Germany, in 5 years. I might finish my PhD in 5 years, and I could work in a chemistry laboratory
Yeah.
in 12 in 20 years. On the other hand, I believe that I may get married in 20 years, and I could have 2 children. Finally, I might have a beautiful house on the beach in 20 years.
Excellent. Perfect, Chris. So, for tomorrow, the question that you are going to prepare it, like here, like today, it is going to be about, for example, what it says, what do you think about changes in the daily life of everybody? Okay, for example, you could talk about transportation, devices, something like that. Okay.
Could you repeat the question, please?
The changes in the life. What could it be? Nothing else, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Chris. So that is all for today. And tomorrow we're gonna do this, okay? Oh, what's this? I don't know what happened. I have a bad connection with these surveys. Chris, do you have time at 9? So just like 1 minute to answer the survey.
What time?
At 9.
Uh,
Or yeah, it could be like 9. So just 1 minute.
Maybe 9:30.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Please, I will write you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye, Chris.
Thank you, Lore.